This video will give you an introduction to DataSite Enterprise, as well as an overview of its main features. When you open DataSite Enterprise and log into your database, you'll be presented with the main interface, and this can be divided into 5 main panels. The Data List area, the Saved Views area, the Field List, the Datasheet and New Graph panels, and below this the Filter panel. If we have a look at the data list, it contains all the levels of data contained within this database, and these can be sorted into a geographical area, project areas, monitoring types, catchment locations, site locations, or a particular type of equipment. Each of these is broken up into 4 levels. So for example, we have meteorological data. Underneath this we'll have weather stations as the level 2, and the level 3 is a particular monitoring site. Below this is each individual date or record of monitoring. Users can also view station properties for each specific site. This area allows users to add location and equipment details, installation and calibration advice, along with any other related information. If we select GIS information, we can see longitude, latitude information, or any other projection or coordinate information we'd like to include. This is linked directly with the map, so we can view the exact location of this site. Under construction details, we can enter information about when this site was built, personnel associated with it. We can also enter information about replacement equipment, serial numbers, model numbers, details about when this was installed, and we can also include manuals or attachments or links to websites and so on. If we look at the Audit Logs tab, we can see information about any imports, data edits, deletions or modifications made to this particular site. DataSite will log the date, time and username of any of these edits. In the Saved Views area, we can see any of the saved graphs, data sheets and reports that have been saved within this database. We can quickly open a saved graph by double-clicking, and it opens on the right. Similarly, if we want to see a saved data sheet, we can open that, and it will open in the datasheet area, displaying the data in a spreadsheet style layout. If we select New, it will refresh the datasheet and graph area, ready to start again. In the field list area, we've got the entire list of variables for this particular database, and these are sorted in alphabetical form. To add and delete variables or modify existing variables, we can simply go to the Settings menu and select Variables. Again, this list is sorted alphabetically, and it's easy to set variables, create new variables, modify existing ones from within this interface. Let's have a look at a datasheet. You can see that datasheets are laid out in a spreadsheet format, with the headers along the top and the information laid out below. Data is easily exported from within the datasheet by right-clicking and selecting Export to various file formats. Users can quickly edit data by selecting the Edit button and making modifications to existing data. From the right-click menu, we can also print and preview this data, quickly generating a tabular report. We can use the Summary panel at the bottom of the datasheet to quickly create averages, sums, maximum and minimums for the data set we're currently viewing. And you can observe these calculations happening in real time as you select them from the Summary panel. The filter panel displays the data currently on view. And we can see down here that we're currently looking at January 2009 data. If we wanted to look at February, we simply alter the filter, and this change is reflected in the datasheet area. If we were to select March, you can see that change is made there too. Quality control checks are easily completed within the datasheet as well. Right-click in the datasheet, we can see here we can set flags to particular sets of data. We can also apply standards. In the same window area as the datasheet, we can create a graph. To quickly generate a graph, we can drag a variable onto the x-axis and one onto the y-axis. And you can see here it's quickly generated a depth graph for this particular site for 1 month. You can use the zoom tool to zoom in on particular areas of the graph. Graphs are easily exported by saving it as an image or copying it to the clipboard, where you can then paste it into other documents such as Word or Excel. You can print or preview graphs, and we can edit graph properties, quickly adding titles, the filter panel is linked to the graph area, so that any changes made in the filter panel are reflected in the graph. Saved graphs can be easily opened and modified to suit. Again, the user can save and export these quite readily. If we look in the settings menu, this area is used to set up and customize DataSite tools such as the audit trail for personnel and equipment, variables for adding, deleting or modifying, and quality control tools such as standards and flags, which can be used to check and control data entered into the database against user-defined guidelines. We can edit database security items including users, permissions and passwords. We can add and edit plugins via the plugin manager. We can also edit the layout of the DataSite interface and adjust other user options. The Tools menu provides access to the DataSite conversion tables for creating rating tables and lookup or interpolation tables, regression analysis for statistical analysis of data and the creation of rating tables, control documents, which allows the user to store and manage raw files, attachments, and essential documents, images, and other information within the database. We can also access the report creator, which is used to create end-user defined report templates and also to generate reports using data within the DataSite database. Additionally, DataSite has a scheduler, which allows users to automate the creation of reports, data sheets, and graphs, and output these to PDF or email or Excel sheets and so on. Additionally, there are other tools available via the datasheet. The conversion tool is used for calculations within DataSite. The conversion tool can take complex calculations and scientific formulas. Many variables can be edited at once from several sites. Data can be viewed graphically or in data form before completing conversions to verify the data. The interpolation tool can be used to add new data or fill in missing data points. A third, data quality tool is also available within the datasheet. This graphical interface allows quick and easy editing of erroneous data points. We can use the graph area to zoom in on affected data points and make edits or corrections, or apply user-defined flags to mark the data. Other features of DataSite include the inbuilt Tabular Reports tool, which can be used to generate annual, monthly and daily reports, along with several special reports such as standards reports, wind direction reports, wind roses and tabular summaries. DataSite's inbuilt report creator also allows the user to generate their own tabular reports. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has given you a good overview of DataSite Enterprise.